Welcome. On this video we are going to see how to run PHP files, so files with a PHP extension on Nginx, and also a Symfony application in a different folder. So we are going to see the configuration file for Nginx in Notepad++. We are going to see the code of a Symfony controller in NetBeans. We are going to see where the Nginx configuration file is in FileZilla, where the configuration file is on the web server. So here I'm connected to a DigitalOcean droplet, and I'm connected as root, so I can go in etc Nginx folder. So the file that is run by Nginx is this file in sites-enabled folder, and I've got also other configuration files I tried before finding how to do it. Here, for example, is the basic DigitalOcean configuration file. So we are going to see the basic configuration file first. So here is commands. Then you have the server configuration directive, listen on port 80. This can be used only once if you have different configuration files. So the root is the root of the web server. We look for an index file. Then on the root location, we run the URL, and then this is something I tried but that didn't work. Here is how the PHP files are run. So I'm going to use that file again just to show you. Here I go to the Nginx folder, configuration folder. So I just move the actual file that Nginx is running to the sites available folder. I'm going to use sudo, and here I just move the file. So I just move the file that was basically installed with the droplet. I move it to the sites.enabled folder. So here I just check it. So now I reload the web server. Now I show you the code I'm going to run. It's a very basic file. So here is the file I'm going to run. It's a file that says DigitalOcean is great. It's a PHP file, and it's at the root of the web server. Here I'm on the web server. It's only for PHP files, so if I run a Symfony root, it doesn't work. And if I run the PHP file, it works. So now I'm going to show you the file that we are going to run to have Symfony and PHP files together. So it's here. So basically for the PHP files it's the same. I just say we listen on the 80 port, we have the localhost server name. On the root location it's the root of the web server, and we run the files that ends with PHP with the PHP processor. Then I have a Symfony folder here, which is a symbolic link to the public folder of Symfony. And we are going to run the app.php file with the other parameters of the URI, so that the app.php file of the front file of Symfony runs the URL. So we say that if the path contains app.php file, which is the only file that's called app on my web server, so we say we treat it as a PHP file, and then we split the path so that the app.php file runs with the URL parameters of the root of Symfony. Yes, PHP, and move it to the sites enabled folder. Then I move back the file, the basic configuration for PHP that is actually running on Nginx. Move sites enabled DigitalOcean to sites available. And then I restart Nginx. So I'm just going to show you the code of the front controller the code of the controller that I'm going to use to show you that Symfony is running. So it's the lucky controller here that takes a random integer and gives back a HTML response showing what the number is. So the root here is lucky. So maybe so I'm going to go back to Putty to show you something else. It's that if I go to the web server root, I've got the Symfony symbolic link that goes to here the application/public folder. Application is the folder I named when I installed Symfony. It's a Symfony 3. So the symbolic link just goes to the public folder of Symfony. And so now I have to show you that it's working. So I go back to Chrome. So here I go to the Symfony folder, which is the Symfony public folder using app.php. So I can say here I want to see app.php, and it doesn't work. So maybe with a slash doesn't work either. So if I type in app.php/lucky, it works, and if I type in lucky here, it works too. So the Symfony root is working. Here it's in a production environment. So I'm just going to go back to the development environment. So to do that, I go to the app.php file, and here just say new kernel dev true. And now I go back to the Symfony application, and now we have the Symfony toolbar for debugging and checking that everything is working. So here is the Lucky controller. I'm going to change here the sentence. I'm just going to say Lucky number here. So here I save, I go back to Chrome, and here the sentence is changed. So now I'm going to go to the app.php file, say that I'm going to production, so here I just say prod false, and here just reload the Symfony root and it works. So the production has taken the change in the file. So now I change the controller again, Lucky controller, and say the Lucky number is like this. So this is what I just changed. So I save the file and go back to Chrome and reload the root, and it works too. So the change is taken into account even in production environment. I don't have to reload the cache. This video is now finished. Congratulations to have followed it till the end. I hope you learned how to run PHP files and a Symfony app on the same web server, and that you are happy. Bye bye.